Hey guys, my name's Malik and this is my wife Sam.
Hi guys.
We're here in Ohio in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. We're about to take you on a ride along with us as I service my ATMs. You're going to get a first-hand look at what's all involved in managing your own ATM business. This video is going to be for the people that are entrepreneurs at heart that are looking to start a good side hustle. Let's go. So we're on our way to the bank right now where I'm going to pull money to fill these ATMs up. From there, we're going to go to the first location. You guys will get a first-hand look at what it takes to fill an ATM and what the ATM actually looks like. In the meantime, I'm going to have my wife ask me some questions that a lot of people ask me about my ATM business.
How did you get started?
I got started because my dad actually owns a gas station that had an ATM in there that was being serviced by someone else. Eventually, I started asking questions, asking how much he makes, and once his contract was over, I ended up taking over that location, and that's how I got my first location.
How many do you have and where are they located?
At one point, I had 6 total locations. I got rid of one because it wasn't doing as well as I hoped. So I'm down to 5 locations, and they are located all within like 15-20 minutes of each other, just to make the whole process easier and quicker and less of a hassle. One of them is at a gas station, 2 are at convenience stores, one's at a golf course, and one is at an adult video store.
Okay. How much do ATMs cost usually?
It depends. So there's different kind of ATMs you could get. For me, I have 2 different kind of ATMs, one with a single cassette and one with a double cassette. A single cassette is essentially, it just spits out one denomination of bills, for instance, just 20s or just 10s. A double cassette ATM will spit out multiple denominations of bills, so you'd have the option to pull 20s and say 5s or 20s and 10s. So the cost depends. The ones that are single cassette are a little bit less. On average, they're between $2,000 and $3,000, and then double cassettes are anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000.
What are the best locations?
In my opinion, best locations in this order: casinos, strip clubs, gas stations. Anything after that is just places that have a lot of foot traffic and where cash is being used a lot.
How does it work?
So pretty much you find a location. You want to do that before you just buy an ATM. You want to find a location, a business that you're going to be able to put your ATM in. Once you have a location, you would purchase the ATM, whether it's a single cassette, double cassette. From there, you want to find a processor to do the processing for the transaction. So what's being done, what the processor actually does is, if a customer comes to pull $20 out of my ATM, they use their card, they pull $20, my processor is automatically debiting their account for that $20 and then crediting my account for the $20 plus the surcharge or whatever I charge them.
How do you find your processors?
It's really easy. There's literally thousands of processors out there. Any company that you end up buying an ATM from, 99.9% of the time, they do processing. So whoever you, like, if you do a Google search to purchase an ATM, most likely that same company is going to be able to do the processing for you.
What are the top ATM brands?
Again, this is my opinion, but I've had really good experience with Gen Mega and Hyosung. Hyosung are a little bit more expensive, but you're getting a little bit better quality with those. Gen Mega, you get them at good price and they're still really good quality, and I really haven't had any issues with either of those brands.
Now, do you have any safety issues, any concerns?
There are safety issues. Obviously, you're dealing with a lot of cash when you do this, so there's the potential to get robbed. There's also potential for the ATM to actually get robbed at the locations. But there's ways to prevent a lot of that. One thing is I carry a weapon with me while I service my ATMs, just for my own protection. Another precaution you could take is you could actually bolt the ATM down to the ground at the locations they're at, and so all my ATMs are bolted. I also have GPS set up on the locations, the ATMs, and cameras set up on each ATM at all the locations. You can also get insurance on the ATM, so there's different precautions you could take. It's really what you're most comfortable with.
How do you land your locations?
That's the tough part. I'd say that's the toughest part about, owning an ATM business, is finding new locations. The reason I say that is because most corporate, businesses, gas stations like, Speedway or Circle K or Sheetz, they already have ATMs in there that are owned by banks. So those are always going to have bank ATMs inside of them. You want to find small mom and pop stores, independently owned stores, where you could go and talk to them. If there's no ATM, they're really easy to sell in the sense that the store owner makes money too. So with my ATMs, I'm not keeping the full surcharge. It's almost like I'm paying rent to be in those locations. I give them a percentage of the fees, and it's negotiable. It varies on, depending on the location. You could negotiate different terms. Usually I do 50-50 splits. That I'm going to fill up, and I'm going to take you guys inside with me to kind of give you guys a first-hand look at what an ATM looks like. This particular one's going to be a single cassette, and you guys will get to see how I fill it up and kind of what the inside of the ATM looks like.
What up?
Okay, so we're inside the first location. This is called a cassette. This is what the money goes inside, and then this is placed inside the ATM. So I got the key to open this up. This is what the inside of the cassette looks like. I'm going to take the cash like so. Again, I already went through all these bills and double counted. Stick it in there like that. And pull that. Close it up. Lock it back up. Now we're going to go stick this bad boy inside the ATM. So here's the actual ATM. On this bottom compartment, you have where you could enter your code to unlock it. It's already unlocked. Stick the cassette right in there, like that. If it was a double cassette, there'd be another section right underneath. That's the reject bin right there. So technically, if you have bad bills in there, that's where they should be being pulled into, the reject bin. Once the cassette's in there, close it up. That's it.